Hello and welcome to more Pokemon Crystal! Well, youngster Joey just challenged me to a rematch, but we're going to ignore him because we've got a gym battle to do. Let's go right inside and do the final gym in Johto. We've got some trainers here, but let's go talk to this guy first. Yo, champ in making! It's been a long journey, but we're almost done. Count on me. I'm not even gonna make calculator jokes. Anyways, Claire uses the mythical and sacred Dragon-type Pokemon. You can't damage them very easily, but you know, they're supposed to be weak against Ice-type moves. Aha! Well, with that little bit of information, let's go to our pack because we actually got an Ice-type attack in the form of a TM, I guess. And that would be Icy Wind, TM16. So let's go ahead and use that and see who can learn it. And, well, only Arthur can, so we'll go ahead and teach that to Arthur. Oop, well, I kind of accidentally pressed that, but that is the move I wanted to get rid of, Water Gun, because we've already got Surf, really no need for Water Gun, so there we go. We now have Icy Wind. There is one thing, though. Dragon type is also weak to itself, so we do have Twister, which is a Dragon type attack, but Twister is a little bit weaker than Icy Wind, although it does have a chance to flinch, so I might use it from time to time. But there's one other reason why I want to use Icy Wind over Twister, which is that, well, last episode we got the Never Melt Ice, which will actually boost our Ice-type attacks. So let's go ahead and swap that for the Mystic Water with Arthur. So we're all swapped around. Now let's also put Arthur up front here. And let's go get to a battle! The first guy is right over here, so let's just go walk into his site and kill him. Your first battle against dragons? I'll show you how tough they are. They're not gonna be that tough, let's be honest, man. Well, we've got a cool trainer right here. It's going to be Cool Trainer Paul with 3 Pokemon. And the first one is Dratini, a very, very awesome, cute little dude there. Oh, we've got Arthur, and we've got some Icy Wind. So let's go see if we can one-shot. I don't think we will. I think we'll two-shot. And a lot of these dragon Pokemon do know Thunder Wave. Wow, we got super close. A lot of them do know Thunder Wave, yeah. Oh, thankfully it didn't affect. I was even tempted to give them, give Arthur like a Paralyzed Cure Berry instead of Icy, or Never Melt Ice. Just because of all the Thunder Waves that we're going to encounter, but I don't know what the right move is. Anyways, next up is going to be a second Dratini. He's a dragon and he's teeny. Dratini! Can we one-shot him this time? We can! See, that's the thing. Without that Never Melt Ice, I don't think that would have been a one-shot, so that's a good reason to keep it on. Now, the last Pokemon's going to be a third Dratini, so we'll just see if we can one-shot him too. I love how his Pokemon are over level 30. They could all be Dragonairs, but he chose not to evolve them. And we one-shot again. Almost level 34. Not quite there, but I think we'll get there very soon. My dragon Pokemon lost. I mean, you are up against Kingdra, which is, I guess, meant to be a sea dragon, although it's not a dragon type. Not yet, at least. Well, up here we do have some boulders, and we could actually push these into these holes, which we kind of need to. Although this first boulder right here, I don't think is actually that important, but I'll go ahead and push it in the hole anyways. Just shove it in there. There we go. The boulder fell through. Cool. See, if we drop right on through, the boulder's down here, but that does not give us a path to the gym leader. It just gives us a path to this staircase, which we've already gone through. So let's go right back up that. And now we'll go over to this side and go battle this trainer here. I can't allow a nameless trainer past me. Claire would be livid if I did. Bro, I'm not nameless. I have a name. It's Psycho, okay? We've got a cool trainer, Fran. You're picking on me for not having a name, and your name is Fran. You're like some bunny girl from Final Fantasy XII, dude, with a weird outfit. Well, it's gonna be Seadra versus Seadra. Their Seadra's actually a higher level than mine. I'm gonna go for Twister, because mine's actually faster. We do have a chance to flinch with this, which is awesome, and, well, he's going to resist Ice type, so that's not gonna be the best. Let's see, he goes for a smoke screen, which could give us a chance to miss here. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's go for another Twister and see if we can get a flinch this time. Okay, we don't miss. Can we get that flinchy? We do not, and they've got a Twister of their own, but I'm going second, so they can't flinch me. Don't miss. Good. A critical or a flinch would be great right here. Oh, we did get the flinch. We finally got a flinch. Can we hit him? Okay, we don't get any misses even with that smoke screen. And this one should do him in, I think. And it does. Awesome. Our Seadra is just so much better than theirs. Level 34. Cool Trainer Fran was defeated. Defeated. Hard word to say. Who's the nameless trainer now, you crud? Well, right here we've got more boulders. I'm actually going to push down. Oh, I guess I gotta use strength again because we left the area. All right, let's go ahead and push this boulder down. And then we'll push this one up and bring it all the way up past her, past this staircase right here, all the way up to this hole right there. That's the one we want to drop it into. So let's go stick it in there. And there we go. The boulder fell through. Now we're going to go up and fight this guy. Now we could go down the staircase, but I want to fight this guy first. It's not as if we all use Dragon-type Pokemon. Oh, Are you not going to use dragons? Cool Trainer Cody's got 2 Pokemon, and he's going to send out a Horsey. Yeah, they're not all going to be dragons. Some of them will be Horsey and Seadra. I've got a Seadra of my own, and we're going to do the same thing and go for that Twister. Oh my gosh, got a critical, almost a one-shot, and we get the flinch. That is beautiful. Down goes Horsey. Now, their second Pokemon is going to be a Seadra. We already know Arthur is pretty good at dealing with Seadras, but let's go ahead and have Rita deal with this one because Seadra being a pure water type is a pretty good battle for Rita right here. Now, some of the Pokemon in this gym will have ice attacks, but I'm not sure if this particular Seadra does. Hopefully it doesn't. We'll just go hit it with Razor Leaf. Maybe get that critical in one shot. Not even a critical, and we still one shot. Good job, Rita. Rats. If only I had a dragon. Yeah, he's like the one guy here who doesn't... Actually, no, someone else had a Seadra, but yeah, some people here don't have any dragon Pokemon. But we'll go ahead and stick that boulder right down that hole. And from here, I'm actually going to take the staircase. We'll take the staircase to get down. We could drop down too, but I'm going to go down and fight this guy real quick. My chance of losing, not even 1%. I think your chance of losing is 100%. Cool Trainer Mike, only 1 Pokemon, and it's going to be a Dragonair, the evolved form of Dratini. This is what that person wanted us to trade for that Dodrio last time, and we're going to go for that Icy Wind. We will be faster, so this will drop their speed, which is kind of pointless, but it still does a lot of damage, so that's good. They're going to go for Thunder Wave, and that will paralyze me, so even with that speed drop, they are going to go first, because Paralyze will really slow me down, and they're going to go for Dragon Rage, which is very scary. That's a move that will always do 40 damage, so it's not going to kill me, but if I'm stuck in Paralysis, okay, we're good. If I got stuck in Paralysis, I was going to have to swap, or I would have gotten killed. But it looks like we are good to go. So down goes that Dragonair. All right, Arthur. Cool Trainer Mike was defeated. That's odd. Nothing odd about it, buddy. There's no oddish up in here. So there's one more trainer right there, but, well, Arthur's kind of hurting, so we're going to have to swap here. I think we're going to go ahead and maybe let Pooh just do his thing, stomp some people real quick. And let's go Battler. And let's see if we get a one-shot. We do. Oh, yeah. One-shot on Dragonair as well. Got him. Way to go. All right, let me go back and heal. Now, maybe I'm just kind of dumb, but I can't find any way to get this boulder into this hole. As far as I can tell, it's impossible, but if you guys know of a way to actually complete this bridge right here, let me know. All right, we've got Arthur back up front. Let's go talk to Claire, the final gym leader in Johto. I'm Claire, the world's best dragon master. I can hold my own against even the Pokemon League's Elite Four. Do you still want to take me on? Fine, let's do it. As a gym leader, I will use my full power against any opponent. I don't know, maid. I don't think she's quite as good as Lance, but she is pretty tough. So let's go and start our battle against leader Claire. 4 Pokemon. Now she's going to start off with a Dragonair. We know Arthur can deal with these, but her Dragonair are kind of special. She has 3 Dragonair, I'll go ahead and say that, and each Dragonair has a different move. Now they're all going to have Thunder Wave, they're all going to have Dragon Breath, and they're all going to have, I believe, Body Slam. Actually, not Body Slam, just regular Slam. But here's the thing. She has different moves on that 4th slot for all 3 of them. This first one will know Surf. One of them will know Thunderbolt, and one of them will know Ice Beam. So I don't want to use Arthur against the one that knows Thunderbolt for obvious reasons, and I don't want to use Rita against the one that knows Ice Beam. So this is where we get into a bit of a pickle. Neither of them is particularly good, depending on which ones she sends out. So I think we're going to have to swap to someone kind of safe. Maybe like a Pooh, or even a Nox would be fine. You know what, let's give Nox some action right here. 2X would be bad against either a Thunderbolt or an Ice Beam, so sorry, Nox. But let's go, or not Nox, 2X. But let's go to Nox and get him some action right here. With this little tiny little back sprite. Alright, let's go for a hidden power here. And I believe he's able to 2-shot Dragonair, maybe 3, but either way, that's totally fine. Oh yeah, he'll definitely 2-shot. And this one is going to use Thunder Wave, not going to affect me this time, which is fantastic. Okay, so this is the Thunderbolt one. That means that the next one is going to be the Ice Beam one, so we should be pretty safe sending Arthur out against the next one. Although Arthur did take a pretty bad hit, so he's getting a little on the low side. But I think he'll still be able to manage. So down goes that. Nox almost level 36. And let's go back over to Arthur here. Alright, Dragonair coming out. Her final Dragonair, that is. And let's go Arthur. We're going to go directly for that Icy Wind. I'm tempted to go for a Twister and try to get that flinch, but I don't know if an Icy Wind will finish them off if I go for a Twister to start. So we're just going to go for 2 Icy Winds here. And they do go for a Thunder Wave, which does work. So the question is, will they be able to do 47 damage to me and finish me off? Let's find out. They go for a Dragon Breath. That is quite scary. Please live. Please survive. and we get 5 HP. Do we get through? We do! All right, Arthur pulling through right here, and that should finish off this Dragonair. That leaves us with just one Pokemon left to fight, and who will it be? Well, it's going to be Kingdra, the evolved form of Seadra. Arthur is about to become one of these pretty soon, but that's what we're up against. Now, this Kingdra is part Dragon type. We're actually going to send Rita out against this because they are still part water, so Rita's not going to be super effective, but this Kingdra does not know any ice attacks, so that is good. It actually does know a Hyper Beam, though, which is quite scary, but it also knows Surf, so I don't want to send Nox out against it. So we're going to go for, I think even a Body Slam will be our best move right here, because we get a chance to paralyze. So let's go ahead and see if that works. Rita's pretty tanky, so I don't think any of their attacks will do anything too crazy to me. Maybe Razor Leaf, let's try that out. I might even want a Poison Powder, to be honest, but I think Razor Leaf, try to get those crits. Because of their Dragon type, it won't be super effective. Okay, out comes that Smoke Screen, so we might start missing right here. I think we're going to go for the Body Slams. Forget the Razor Leafs. I want to try to get that Paralysis. That'll be super handy. Unfortunately, we miss, and they're going to try for more, but somehow they keep failing these Smoke Screens. Alright, so we get through, and we attack once again. Will we get the Paralysis? We do! Awesome! So now that they're paralyzed, we'll go back over to the... Yeah, it's fully paralyzed as well. We're going to go back to the Razor Leaf. Oh, we miss all those Smoke Screens, but they get stuck again. We get through that time. A critical will kill. A regular hit, I don't think will. And they might have a potion. Oh, gosh. Well, they're fully paralyzed. We're getting so lucky with that. Okay, out comes the Hyper Potion. I was really hoping we would get a critical and not have to deal with that, but now we have to start over from zero. So, they're fully paralyzed. We've got really lucky with that, but we still have to take them all the way down again here. So let's go for that Razor Leaf again. Getting through those Smoke Screens. Come on, get that critical, Rita. Come on, dude. Not gonna happen. Alright, out comes another Smoke Screen. Gonna make it even harder. They're lowering my accuracy, but they're really not going for any damage on me. We're still getting through. This is crazy, man. 3 Smoke Screens on me, and we're getting through no problem. Will they get stuck again? No, but they're going for a 4th one. I am tempted at this point to just swap out and let someone else finish them off right here. I think that is what we are going to do. So you know what, guys? Let's let 2X get the final blow. Kingdra does have pretty good defense, but 2X has Nightshade, which will go right through that crud. Now they use Hyper Beam, but they miss! Yo, they're gonna have to recharge, and they miss. That is so lucky. Wow, dude. Alright, so we're gonna go for Nightshade. I don't know if that'll finish them off. No. They go for a Smoke Screen. They miss again. What is wrong with this Kingdra? I don't know why they didn't have to recharge. I guess if it misses, they don't have to recharge, but that's all right. Kingdra goes down. 2X is victorious. Yes! And Rita up to level 36 as well. Well, this gym was certainly a team effort, but down they go. I lost. You sure did. I don't believe it. There must be some mistake. No, there was no mistake there. I won't admit this. I may have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know, you should take the Dragon User Challenge. Behind this gym is a place called Dragon's Den. There is a small shrine at its center. Go there. If you can prove that you've lost your lazy ideals, I will recognize you as a trainer worthy of a gym badge. So yes, she will actually not give us the gym badge right away. We have to go to the Dragon's Den and I guess prove our worthiness to get that. So let me go heal up real quick and we'll go to the Dragon's Den. Hi, Mr. Old Guy, let's talk to you. If Claire allows it, her grandfather, our master, will also. You may enter. Alright, into the Sacred Dragon's Den we go. Let's go down the ladder and go through the door. And here we are. The first thing we enter, we get ambushed by this guy. You! How dare you enter uninvited? Yo, Claire totally told me I could come in here. What's wrong with you? Oh, we've got cool trainer Darren. Gosh darn it, Darren. Dragonair. I've killed so many Dragonairs, man. This is going to be no problem. We'll just hit him with 2 Icy Winds and down he'll go. We might get hit by a Thunder Wave, which would be totally annoying. Nope, just goes for a Dragon Rage. All right, then. Icy Wind, and I guess you could say we win that battle. Strong. Well, with him defeated, we can actually go and explore the Dragon's Den. We've got a lot of water here, but over on the side, we do have an item. We got a Calcium. So we'll go and grab that. There's actually quite a few hidden items in this area as well that I'll try to remember where they all are. I don't think there's anything over on the left item-wise, but there are a couple trainers over here, so we'll go and beat them up real quick. There's 2 trainers over on this side, so let's go battle the first one. You shouldn't be in here! Dude, I'll be in here if I want, alright? Cool trainer Kara, 3 Pokemon. Horsey? Yo, this Horsey trying to twister me? No, I twister you. Down goes Horsey. Next is a Horsey. We're gonna let Rita deal with this.
Razor Leaf, got him!
And the final Pokemon here is going to be a Seadra. Not a big surprise. Yes, the only Pokemon in the Dragon's Den and the gym combined are Dratini, Dragonair, and the Horsey line. That's it. To be fair, the Dratini line, including Dragonite and then Kingdra, are the only 4 dragon Pokemon in existence at this point in Pokemon's history. Oh, yikes, I lost! Although Gyarados and Charizard are kinda dragon-like. Alright, Rector, let's go on down. Now, we've got the twins right here, and, well, Arthur's hurting a bit, so we're gonna let Nox deal with this one. Even though he's kind of not the best against water attacks if they do use those, I think he'll be fine. Twins Lee and P. Dratini, Hidden Power. Flamethrower! Wow, well, 4 times super effective, but I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. That's alright, Nox. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. Alright, second Pokemon is another Dratini, but Nox is kind of hurting, so let's get out of here and hope that it doesn't have more Flamethrower. Actually, Pooh doesn't really care, so we'll just use Pooh. Got him! Meanie, how dare you call me that? Well, right down here we can get an item. This one is a Max Elixir. Now, if we go to the right and use Whirlpool on that, we can actually get through to the shrine that they've been talking about, the actual Dragon Den Shrine, but I want to go around a little bit here. I should mention, if you actually want to catch a Dratini, you can find one here. Now, if you surf, you can find them between level 10 and 14. It's a 10% chance to find them. But if you fish with a good rod, you can find them at level 20, and it's still a 10% chance. So that is definitely the way to go. I'm just swapping out Nox so I don't have to hear the beepy sounds. We have this little border right here, but let's go around the side here because it will open up. And down here we have this random rock, but there's a hidden... Crud. There's a hidden item right here. We get a max potion. Cool. And if we go all the way down, we can see this little back area of the shrine. We can't get to the door from here, but for some reason there's a sign back here. Dragon Shrine. A shrine honoring the dragon Pokemon said to have lived in Dragon's Den. Well, let's go back around to where that Whirlpool was. Arthur doesn't actually know Whirlpool yet, so I'm going to teach that in place of Smokescreen. And now we can use Whirlpool. Away goes the Whirlpool, and down we go. I was going to say frown we go if we found another Magikarp, but no, we got a Dratini right here. I'm not going to catch it, but there you go. You can find one, but can you find 2? All right, here we are at the shrine. I'll go in there in just a second, guys, but I do want to go and get a couple more hidden items. So let's go over to this side here, get off right there, and somewhere around here's a hidden item. There it is. We get a revive, but that's not all. There's even more hidden crud here. So much hidden crud in this game. Okay, we're gonna go up and to the right, and up here we've got an item. This is kind of a weird item. This is the Dragon Fang. I can't carry anymore. What to get rid of? I guess we'll get rid of the burnt berry. Now, the thing that's weird about this is the Dragon Fang is meant to be an item that will increase your dragon type attacks when you hold it. The problem is it is bugged and does nothing. However, in Pokemon Stadium 2, they fixed the bug, so that item will be handy in Pokemon Stadium 2, but it is useless in this game. And now, probably the most hidden item in the game, right here, we get a Max Elixir. Aw, yeah. That's all for the items. Let's go into the Dragon's Den itself, or the shrine. Well, let's go inside and see what happens. Oh, the Dragon's Shrine. I don't even know if it's called the Dragon Shrine. I think it's just the shrine. Good to see you here. No need to explain why you came. Claire sent you here, didn't she? That girl is a handful. I am sorry, but I must test you. Not to worry, you are to answer only a few questions. Ready? What are Pokemon to you? Okay, we have a little quiz right here, and we're going to always have 3 options. You want to choose the options that sound positive. If you choose negative things, it turns out bad, and I'll explain why after we go through this. So, there's 2 good options here, pal or friend. Either are fine, but do not choose underling. I'm gonna go for friend. Oh, I understand. What helps you to win battles? Strategy, raising, or cheating? Strategy or raising is fine. What kind of trainer do you wish to battle? Weak person, tough person, or anybody? Tough person or anybody are both fine. I'm gonna do anybody here. What is most important for raising Pokemon? Love and knowledge are both fine. I'm gonna go with love. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon. Which is more important? The only good answer here is both. Let's choose that. You care deeply for Pokemon. Very commendable. That conviction is what is important. Psycho, don't lose that belief. It will see you through at the Pokemon League. Oh, and suddenly, Claire! Well, there she is. Can I have my badge now, please? So how did it go? I guess there's no point in asking. You did fail? What? You passed? Of course I did, duh. That can't be. I passed? You're lying. No, I did it. Ask the guy next to me, dude. Even I haven't been approved. What? All I did was answer a few questions. It wasn't that hard. Claire, this child is impeccable in skill and spirit. Admit defeat and confer the Rising Badge. Or must I inform Lance of this? Okay, so Lance is kind of a higher rank than her. I understand. Come on, Claire, give me the badge. Here, this is the Rising badge. Hurry up, take it. Hooray! We get the Rising badge, our final badge in Johto. Yeah! We've now got 8 badges. Rising badge will enable your Pokemon to use the move for climbing waterfalls. Also, all Pokemon will recognize you as a trainer and obey your every command without question, even all the way up to level 100. Claire, reflect upon what it is that you lack and this child has. Yeah, I've got so much more than you, Claire. Oh, off she goes. She's gonna go pout in a corner or some crud. Alright, now that we've done that, let's talk to these old guys. It's been quite some time since the trainer has gained our master's rare approval. In fact, not since Master Lance. I guess Lance is pretty special. You know young Master Lance? He looks so much like our master did in his youth. It's in their blood. And we'll talk to the main guy here. Come again if you so desire. So, what we want to do, guys, here's the secret. You leave. Wait! Uh-oh, suddenly Claire again. Hey, buddy. I'm sorry about this. Here, take this as my apology. We get TM24, which is awesome. That's going to teach us Dragon Breath, which I'm sure she'll explain. That contains Dragon Breath. No, it doesn't have anything to do with my breath. Oh gosh, if you don't want it, you don't have to take it. Claire, what's the matter? Aren't you going down to the Pokemon League? Do you know how to get there? Of course I do. From here, go to New Bark Town, our hometown, then surf east to Pokemon League. The route there is very tough. Don't you dare lose at the Pokemon League. If you do, I'll feel even worse about having lost to you. Give it everything you've got. Alright, I'll do my best, Claire. But here is the big secret. Go back in and talk to the master again now that we've done the quiz. And, good to see you here. Your arrival is most fortunate. I have something for you. Take this Dratini as proof that I have recognized your worth. And here we get Dratini. Now, I guess I'll give it a nickname. It's a Darkin. Dragon Pokemon are symbolic of our clan. You have shown that you can be entrusted with one. Now, this is what's important about this Dratini. Let's go take a look. Level 15, stats. Now, this Dratini knows Extreme Speed. That is a very, very powerful move. And in this generation, the only Pokemon that can normally learn it is Arcanine. This is the only way to get a Pokemon that is not Arcanine with Extreme Speed. If you answer any of the questions in the quiz negatively, you will still get the Dratini, but it will not know Extreme Speed. It will just know Leer. So answering and getting that Extreme Speed Dratini is pretty awesome. By the way, Extreme Speed is a normal type attack that has priority. Now, a lot of people think that Extreme Speed has even more priority than like Quick Attack. In this generation, it actually doesn't. It wasn't until I believe Generation 5 that Extreme Speed outspeeded Quick Attack. In this generation, it's basically Quick Attack, but with a lot more attack power behind it. But that is going to be it for Blackthorn City and the Dragon's Den. And we're going to wrap things up here for today. We'll come back next time and make our way back to New Bark Town and see if we can go across the ocean towards the Pokemon League. So, I will see you all then. Take care.